Let's have you bring the arm down to your side, because let's like do this little bit of, we'll get into the space between the shoulder blade and the spine, okay? So. I'm going to start with you feeling that movement, that shoulder blade sliding in toward the spine and away from the spine. Yeah.
Can you feel those creakies in there?
Yes, I feel the creakies in there. Yep. So let's have you come into that and hold that now. Okay, and you're going to press into my hand, feeling the contraction in these muscles right here between the shoulder blade and the spine. And just continue to press into my hand as you slowly release down. So it's a resisting and a releasing at the same time. Nice, and just let it all lengthen and release. Okay, and then let's come back up into that. Yeah. Feeling that shoulder blade moving in toward the spine, so you can just get more control over the movement of the shoulder blades. And then just keep pressing into my hand. And then slowly begin to release when you're ready. Does it help to have me tap in there so you can connect with the muscles? This is all about making the brain connect to the area so we can create long-term change. All right, so let's come in to that again. And then pressing into the hand and slowly release. Great, and let go. So when we go and we have like a massage, for example, you know, we're getting this relief in muscles that are really tight, but it's always short-term relief, because then we go back into our lives and our habits. We're using our bodies in the same way, and the massage didn't make any change to the brain and how the brain and the body are communicating. And that's what this work really helps us do. And so then you can be more self-correcting, and it's more long-term. And so it's then would be, I provide, what I do for my clients is provide a simple home practice for them, and then it's kind of like doing your maintenance. Just like we have to maintain our homes, our cars, it's really important for us to do that maintenance on our bodies as well.
Karen, how do you feel?
I feel like it was, at first it's always hard to figure out what she's asking my muscles to do, but then by the third time I'm like starting to figure it out, and then it starts to really, you can feel how it releases more after you've been contracting versus when you first started.
Wendy, in this particular movement that you were doing with Karen, what is her situation, and if you can tell us a little bit about what you're trying to help with there?
Well, let's go back into that little bit of movement that we did at the beginning. So she had a little bit of creaking in her shoulder in here.
Still do.
That's a little bit there. Yeah, we could probably go through there a few more times. So what this movement is doing is it's really getting us to the muscles, the rhomboids, which are between that spine and the shoulder blade. Which in a lot of us get shoulder pain in this area. These muscles are really, really habitually tight. And so we're going into that contraction even more on purpose, but getting the brain more involved in it. And so then as she gives me this resistance into my hand, she's keeping that contraction so that she's in that contracted state and then consciously lengthening it out. So the brain this is actually brain work more than it's body work in a way. Because then that's what's going to create that more long-term lasting change.
Okay, there, I finally got it now.
Okay, so that time through, that's what's so great about this. So that was 4 times we did that. And boy, it's just so efficient. It's like, wow. You know, like, so think about if you were to spend every day trying to stretch that area and just for years and not get the same result as what we did just here doing that just several times.
Yeah, it's when you kind of like know that when it clicks, you just know all of a sudden.
Right, because stretching is more passive, right? This is you're more engaged and you're here. So let's go back in there and see if that clicking in the shoulder has been resolved.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
I feel like there's a little soreness now, but
Yeah.
a little bit, but it definitely that creaky feelings were annoying, but now they're gone.
Yeah, so that's great. So now she's going to have a lot more freedom and mobility, and also she has more control because she's learning how to actually use her shoulder blades the way they're meant to be used. So it's then her movement is just going to be more organic, more functional. She's not going to be in these habits and patterns that have been created. I mean, this takes a little time for us for this to become, for us to build that competency, but it just takes a little practice. But again, you can see how efficient it is. So if you were to do a little bit every day or a little bit a few times a week, that you can really create some long-term change that way.
Yeah, and sometimes feel like you're not doing much, but when you do it after a few days, it really takes a lot of relief, because I've had such contracted right side that my neck, I have a lot of neck pain and a lot of headaches and jaw pain. It radiates all the way up.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So let's have you get into the neck a little bit. So let's have you actually come up. You're going to contract this and lift, so you can lift your head up off the table.
I don't understand what you want.
So it's going to be kind of like coming into a little bit of a back lift, but so that you can get your head straight. No, you're going to lift your head up.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that, and then you're going to do a simple little head turn a few times on one side, really nice and slow. Like, see if you can even slow it down, just to get any tension out of the neck. So the slow and small movements help our, number one, our brain to be more interested, makes the movement new and novel. And so then the brain's interested, and then we can we're paying more attention to it. So you just get such better results doing something slow and mindful and small a few times, rather than doing like 20 reps of something, not even thinking about it. Yeah. All right. You feel complete with that?
Mm-hmm.
Get a little relief out of your neck? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Just resting on this side a second. Okay.
That sounds good.
Now what?
All right. So let's have us, should we get down into